statistics are only at 2% of people that get out of it. Just because of people like that, and everything that I saw on the comments were negative. Somebody's got to stand up for them who's been there.
I try not to read those things.
Yeah, it broke my heart. It really upset me. It got me really worked up, and I'm sitting there going, you guys have no idea. Every average American is 1 to 2 paychecks away from being on the street.
Yeah.
You know, the economy is not built for anybody to succeed right now. And a lot of times these are people who have ended up in the hospital for an extended period of time that they didn't plan on being in there for. Insurance drops them. They end up with an addiction from the prescriptions that they were on from their doctors at first, or they end up with illness that they can't treat. They don't have the right insurance for it. They don't have the resources. Or you have the ones that grew up with their grandma and grandpa taking care of them because they have mental illnesses that were never diagnosed or whatever. Grandma and grandpa pass away. Where do you think these people go? You know, you have kids that were coming into the acre with their parents because their parents were first started with their parents. You have generations of addicts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not as easy as get a job. You know how many people...
or stop using.
Right, just stop. You know, I'm 2 years clean off of fentanyl, and I was almost hospitalized with withdrawals last weekend from the medications that I'm trying to get off of.
Okay.
The Sublocade and Suboxone.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah.
Okay, I heard that.
Yeah, and I actually had adverse effects with the shot. It's not for me.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's 2 years after using, I'm still having these issues.
Okay.
I cry a lot. I tell my Tucson mama, Cheryl, the lady that is why we're doing so well, all the time. I'm like, I can see why people don't want to quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't done anything in 2 years, and I'm still getting sick.
Yeah.
You know, and people judge you right off the bat.
Physical withdrawal sick?
Physical withdrawal, like sick to my stomach, can't get out of bed, can't function, have to have help with my daughter because I can't even, like, it's bad.
Do you think it's like anxiety, maybe? From, like, the anxiety aspect from not using?
No.
Or...
Because the drugs weren't even the problem. The drugs were the crappy solution to the problems at hand.
Okay.
I actually, my ex started, he relapsed first, and I tried hard to get him, I'm going to get him clean, I'm going to do this and that, and when it wasn't working, we started losing everything. I gave up, and it's easier to be a hardcore drug addict in Tucson than it is a stoner. As sad as it is, like, I'm from Colorado.
Yeah.
It's completely...
You said Durango, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgot to introduce you. This is Maria. How old are you?
I'm 35.
35.
I'll be 36 in a couple weeks.
Awesome. What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Sag? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're just hit 2 years clean? Okay.
November 17th, I surrendered to the ARC rehab facility.
I heard that's a cool spot.
I love it.
You have a 2-year-old that you said was conceived at the Acres.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cozy.
Yes.
So pretty. I don't want to put her on camera, but yeah, she's cool. She's awesome.
Yeah. She's been nominated Beacon of Hope in the Tucson community. We went through quite the spell.
Okay. Do you go to like NA or AA? Anything like that?
You know, not really. My ex is pretty big into that world, and I try to give him his space because I want him to be okay regardless of what happens, you know. And honestly, my heart was never in the addiction anyway. I started fentanyl because I wanted to die.
Okay.
I gave up. My sister, one of my very closest people to me, had passed away somebody had drugged her, and she passed away. They gave her too much, and I lost the ability to try to get her kids into my care. And moving here, I lost 2 of my other children that are waiting for me in Colorado right now because I didn't know, even though I had sole custody, I still had to ask permission to come across state lines. So that really spiraled me into addiction. I had been clean for almost 9 years. Before this, I had a spill with bath salts. We had that bad epidemic in 2010 through 2012. I was extremely involved with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I got straight from that, I started working, did the family thing, did great. We moved here.
Were you addicted to that too? Like
oh yeah,
Like physically?
I still have dreams about
Never tried. Okay.
Yeah, they're horrible. They're instant psychosis that you induce into your system. And a lot of times people have it on the street and don't even realize it, and that's why you see people talking to themselves.
Yeah.
And it causes like psychotic breakdowns.
So that place you were in mentally when you started the fent, like that's a real dark place.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do anything just so I don't have to be here anymore. So when you first tried it, the Fetty, like talk to me about that.
So honestly,
How'd you
it's
do
so strong
Mhm.
that just smelling it would make me sick. And I knew my ex was using because of that, because I could smell it and it would make me sick.
Okay.
And I actually had to force myself. A lot of these people, you have to force yourself into it because it's almost an instant overdose when you first start using it a lot of times because it's so strong and your body's not tolerant to it. A lot of times you get sick the very first time, but people are very dependent on this and they'll do whatever they can to make sure that the people around them are just as dependent. So it's,
Wow.
well, just try a little more, just try a little more. Oh, well, you'll be fine. And they give you, it ends up getting to the point where you're getting just enough to get sick the next day if you don't have any. And then you have, it's an almost instant dependency, almost instant dependency.
Why do you
And
think they do that? Just to get some of your money or get some of your fix when you get some, do you think? Try and put people along like
everybody's an opportunity in the world.
yeah.
Everybody's an opportunity. You don't have friends, you have opportunists.
Yeah.
You know, like I was lucky enough that I could call the acre my safe spot in my home because I never stole from anyone. In fact, I was known for chasing people out of the acre with a machete if they stole from anybody from the camps or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was known for talking with my hands. I was a very aggressive person.
Yeah.
In active addiction, I was a very different person.
Yeah.
But
And how long did you live at the Acres?
almost 2 years.
2 years, okay.
Almost 2 years, yeah. We had a house. We did really well. You can still find our old Google account for Lively Auto Detailing. We did great, and the stimulus checks spoiled us. You know, those stimulus checks, I think, set people up to fail, honestly, because we got comfortable in a higher expense
Yeah.
cost of living that we weren't used to. So when it was gone, we struggled, and that's how we ended up kind of looking for help to keep up with the rent and didn't realize the squatter laws here are so bad. And we helped a couple and ended up helping 2 couples which wouldn't move out of our house, took over our house, trapped it out within a couple weeks.
Damn.
And we lost everything. And of course they'll get you using because they can use that. It's such a powerful addiction that they can use it. You know, these people were living in our house. We were paying the rent. We were paying the bills. We were getting all the food. We'd watch them take each other out to Culver's. We'd never had a Culver's or anything like that. We were too busy paying the bills because utilities skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And we're still paying them $5 a pill. You know, people are that greedy. Like the rock bottom now, like rock bottom 10 years ago isn't anything compared to rock bottom now. Plain and simple. The bums now are so much more desperate because the sick is so much worse. We're partying harder than Kurt Cobain.
I believe it. A lot of people I've been to rehab. I went to rehab before they came out, like the beans and the powder and all that. So I don't know what it's like, but from what I hear and see, a lot of people say it turns people aggressive.
Yes.
Just that habit, that lifestyle, just turns people really aggressive.
It turns you into a hollow
Animalistic.
shell.
Yeah.
It does. The only thing that matters is not getting sick. If you don't have anything in your pocket, you're considering yourself sick. It's terrifying to run
panic.
out. Yeah, it's terrifying to run out because you feel like you're dying. You can't control your bowels. You can't control. You're puking, peeing, and you know everything's leaving your body all at once.
Coming out everywhere. Huh?
You know, I've sat in 117 degree weather, freezing. You know, with every blanket on me in the middle of the 100 acres because I had
Yeah.
nothing. You know, and what also stinks is like when you get pregnant, most people don't realize, you know, you would have thought I would have been one of the first people they'd want to help to get into rehab. Suboxone has Narcan in it. Narcan, 99.9% of the time will terminate pregnancy.
Okay.
So a lot of times rehabs will turn you around if you're pregnant because you're a liability and a risk.
Okay.
It took 3 doctors okaying me and telling me that I was strong enough to get through it. And telling the rehab that I would be okay to get through the detox before they accepted me.
Wow.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was already convinced I was going to lose her. I
Mhm.
was convinced she was going to be born early, and she was, but she was okay early. You know, I was convinced there was no chance. There was no chance. And most people, that's how they feel. Because, I mean, 2% of people make it out of this.
Mhm.
2%. Why? What are we doing wrong?
Yeah.
You know, we're telling these pregnant people that they're monsters instead of helping them. I mean, I almost opened a lawsuit up against the sheriff's department. Decided not to because they're so defunded right now that it wouldn't do anything but hurt, and that's not okay.
Mm.
But, you know, when I was pregnant with her, we got pulled over for a regular traffic stop. We had a front light out, and he forgot to use his blinker because he was freaked out because we were using, and he wasn't supposed to be driving, and he pulled off right into the acre, but not enough in to where it wouldn't get towed, of course.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've had run-ins with the sheriffs before. They're not nice. There's a TED Talk I'd really like you to look at.
Yeah.
I need to figure, I can pull it up later.
Yeah.
But,
Send it to me. Yeah.
yeah,
I love
but
those. I love those.
I really wish people would approach people with an addiction in an opposite manner, because this guy saw my ex and knew he had an issue with him from us flying in the center, in the meetings and whatever, and he pulled him out and started threatening him, if you move, I'll make sure you never forget it, blah blah blah. You will hurt by the end of this. He didn't even run his name, he just knew he was and everything. Pulls him out. Well, then the two people that were with us had warrants. We didn't realize that, you know. So they wait to see him occupied and they run. Well, this police officer grabs out his taser and start yelling, freeze, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, they're not going to freeze. Well, because he threatened my ex got freaked out and ran too, because he's all, screw this. You just let go of me after you threatened my life. You're supposed to be whatever. Yeah. So he takes off. Well, the police officer runs after him, falls over a barrel cactus, gets mad, throws his taser down, and starts shooting live rounds into the acre. Live rounds straight into the campsites. I'm going to kill you, effing blah, blah, blah. I'm pinned in the backseat of my truck at this point, 5 months pregnant. And I had just been turned down from a rehab. We were on our way back to camp because I didn't know where else to go. I had just tried to go in and they wouldn't take me.
It's one of the most frustrating things.
Yeah, you know, like it made me want to give up. I was crying already. I was upset when the cop pulled us over, and then this happens. And I put my hands up the whole time, and I'm just telling him, I'm pregnant. Please, I'm pregnant. I'm being compliant. I'm being compliant. He rips me over the seat, doesn't even pull it forward or anything, rips me over the seat pregnant, throws me to the ground so hard I peed myself, and starts going off on me about how I'm going to catch all the charges for all the people that just left because I was the one that stayed.
Yeah.
And I told him, I go, dude, I'm trying to be compliant. I'm pregnant. I go, and he slammed me down again as soon as I said I'm pregnant. And he goes, well, I'll Narcan you, and he's threatening me and everything else. And I'm scared at this point.
He'll mace you, you mean?
No, Narcan me.
Oh, wow.
They know that it will terminate a pregnancy.
Oh, that's why he said that.
And when I said, look, if you make me, I told him I'm steroid intolerant, because they're not allowed to Narcan you if you tell them you're steroid intolerant. So I told him, I'm steroid intolerant. You cannot Narcan me.
What does that mean? It won't affect you?
Yeah. No, it means it'll affect me too much. You can kill me. It's like an allergy. Okay. And he, of course, he called BS on that. And he told me, look, if you miscarry this baby, I did it an effing favor, you effing fiend. And starts going off about how people like me cause more problems, breeding more of the losers into the world. You know, my child was just going to be another loser in this world, and that he's saving society from it pretty much. I mean, he freaked me out to the point I faked an overdose. I did the whole, through the grinding on the thing. I was terrified to be in a patrol car with this guy.
Yeah.
Terrified. Absolutely. Terrified. Well, he calls an ambulance finally. The ambulance gets there and takes me in, and St. Joseph's sits there, and he tells him, well, she said she's allergic to Narcan, which is not what I said. Yeah. And the doctors, I can hear them laughing. She's allergic to being sober. I don't even know why you even brought her in. You should have just left her on the sidewalk. You need to quit bringing these losers in. And it hurt because I could hear everything that they were saying. And I'm sitting there going, I'm at the lowest, darkest point in my life right now. My world is ending around me everywhere. And this is how first responders are going to treat us. And I'm terrified even now to go into the hospital. That's why I didn't go this weekend. Because even though I've been clean 2 years, they still treat me like dirt. We're not human. As soon as you bring up addiction, or you're not human anymore. And I get it, but why did we have to care if nobody cared about us? Nobody cared that I was pregnant out in that desert. I didn't get into housing until 3 months after she was born. The only reason I have her is because the lady that saved us when she came into this world offered me and her a place to stay until I got into housing.
Wow.
Nobody in Tucson's going to do that.
Yeah.
I lucked out. That was a God thing.
Yeah.
Straight God thing. And even when I went into labor with her, because I have a history with addiction and homelessness, and I'm affiliated with the Acre, I called them. They wouldn't come and get me. They said, if you're really in labor right now, I had already gone through rehab. I was already on my Subutex. I hadn't smoked anything. I was clean I was just homeless.
Yeah.
And I called because something was wrong. It was 22 degrees outside. I shouldn't have been out there anyway.
Yeah.
In a broke down
camp.
camp.
You called 911?
Yeah, I called 911, and they told me, they said, well, if you're really in labor, you can find somebody who'll bring you here, but no address, no emergency. I'm sorry.
Did they ever send paramedics in there for any emergency?
Not really, no.
Do you think they're too scared, or they're just probably not allowed to?
They
Liability?
They don't care.
Yeah.
We've had people die, and it's taken them 2 weeks to come and get the body. To the point where you wonder, I'm surprised they haven't pulled up any bodies in the Acre yet, because they don't care. We had a friend pass away under the road over there, right when you're going into the Acre from the Alvernon area, that bridge that goes across the wash.
Yeah.
I had a friend pass away right under there. He was under there for 4 days before anybody came to get him, and we called it in. So I called the hospital for them to send an ambulance. They wouldn't, because I was homeless and had a history, and it took me 3 days before I could get somebody to come and get us. My friend Cheryl came and got us, and by that point I couldn't even walk, and every time I was contracting you could see her entire shape. Yeah. I was smothering her. It was smothering. We were dying. Mm-hmm. She got me just far enough to where she could call an ambulance for her, and they came for her. Yeah. They loaded me into the ambulance, no lights, no nothing. They took their time getting me to the hospital. They were acting like it wasn't a big deal. Nothing bad was going to happen, just talking to me. By the time we get to the hospital, the doctor says, you need a push, but your daughter's not going to make it. And I was like, wait, time out. I went to rehab for her. Mm-hmm. I go, she's innocent. Out of all of this, she needs to be the one that survives. And he goes, no, you don't understand. I can't give you anything. You need a push. I can't do a C-section because I can't give you meds. I go, well, you're going to have to figure it out. Yeah. And he's all, what do you want us to do? Hold you down and take her? I go, if you have to, cut me open. Yeah. I was begging at this point because I didn't want to live, but I wanted to know she was okay. And they did. He goes, are you sure you understand you're giving your life up for her? And I said, absolutely. And they bomb rushed me. I could smell the blood. I could feel everything. It was terrifying.
Bomb rushed you?
Yeah, they all came and held me all at once. Because he said if we would have shown up 10 minutes later, we both would have been dead. Oh, okay. It was that, he didn't have time to try to do an epidural, nothing. No IV meds, nothing. I went through a rapid emergency C-section with no meds.
No meds?
No meds.
Wow.
It was terrifying. And I waited till I heard her cry, and it was like this relief. And I looked at the nurse next to me who was holding my wrist, and I asked her, I go, am I really going to die? And she goes, I don't know. And she looked so scared, and I could see the tears in her eyes. And she was young, you could tell she was terrified. And I just remember looking at her and just shaking my head and closing my eyes. Mm-hmm. And when I closed my eyes, my sister, who's been passed away since we were teenagers, she fell off her skateboard and hit her head when we were kids. Yeah. She's been gone for almost 20 years now. She was there. It was not a dopamine release. It was none of that. I could feel her. I could smell her. Yeah.
That's a wild story.
I woke up and she was there. She's all, Maria, you need to wake up. And it felt like I was with her for a couple minutes. Time is so different on the other side. Yeah. And I didn't believe in this. I didn't believe in the I was mad at God, so I didn't want to believe in him. I was you know, I was over it. I was over life. And she kept hugging me and telling me, we're always together. I'm always sending you signs. You know that we're together. We will be together again, just not right now. You have a lot of people that are going to be depending on you. Sissy, you got to help a lot of people, and nobody's going to be there for that little girl like you. And I cried and cried. I didn't want to let go. And she said it in my ear one more time. She goes, Sissy, you need to wake up. And I woke up and I pulled the life support out of my throat, and I could still smell her. And I asked where my baby was because I thought there was a mistake because they said only one of us was going to make it. And the nurse came in and just starts jumping up and down going, thank God, thank God. And I go, what? And he goes, we just told your husband that you weren't going to wake up. He needed to go start making arrangements.
Oh my God. That's a damn movie.
Right? And I started asking about my daughter, and they go, she's the healthiest baby in the NICU. And I got to meet her the next day because I was in such hard shape. I had to wait to get out of ICU. My body, I had code blued over 11 times. Cheryl said that she had counted, that I tried giving up. I tried.
Code blue is
I
flatlined?
flatlined.
Okay.
I flatlined. I was trying to give up. I didn't want to come back.
Did it upset you in any way? You're like, damn, I'm still here. Like somewhere in the
No,
back of your
because
mind?
talking to my sister,
Okay.
especially the relief of knowing that this isn't it.
Yeah.
And that I still have a chance to fix everything that I did wrong. I still have a chance to help people, and I didn't go through this for no reason. This gave me a humbling perspective of people in struggle that I didn't have before. I used to be the person that would throw sodas at people in the meetings. I used to tell people, get a job, you frickin' bum. You know, I was mean. I was judgmental. I was aggressive.
Yeah.
This was a humbling experience that I needed because now I realize my calling is to help.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
She woke up at the park.
Get you a snack. You want a snack? So, you know, and like finding out I was pregnant with her was terrifying because what do you do when you're pregnant in the middle of nowhere? People don't understand. They think, what, city just shows up and loads you into a van?
Hi. What's up, brother?
We're walking around asking people need prayers. In any way we can help. You guys need prayers.
Would you like a prayer?
Sure.
Pray for
that's
all
cool.
of us, man.
Yes.
Let's do it. My name's Daniel.
Daniel,
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man. Do you mind if we filmed it? Can we film it? Okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel.
I'm Maria.
Go ahead.
Nice to meet you.
I'll put this on
Hi,
you.
guys.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah, we're filming a life story.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
kind of a cool.
Can we put on your shirt? Sure. All right. Thank you, brother. Can always use a prayer, man.
Oh, of course, bro. It's a heavy time. It's a heavy time,
Absolutely.
and we're trying to
Do it like that.
make the little bit of difference, you know.
Yeah.
All the
Is
group
this your
and
family?
my family directly and my family in Christ.
Okay.
So I hear
Hi,
the
guys.
Spanish and English.
Sweet.
You know, I'm gonna pray.
Okay.
So let's see. You guys anything specific you guys would like to pray? You guys okay?
Inner peace and whatever you feel.
Yeah.
Inner peace and the strength for hope.
Amen.
We're
Amen.
both in recovery as well.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
Yeah. Suffered addiction in the past now.
Hey, bro.
Life is much better.
Hey, bro. Hey, mad props,
Yeah,
bro.
thanks, sir.
Mad props, because
Thank you.
it ain't easy. I got a lot of friends that we've been through it. Well, I haven't directly, but other.
Yeah.
Because I always say too, we all have addictions.
Yeah.
Just that we say, oh, those are worse, but in reality, they're all. I got diabetes type 2 because of my sugar. I get a lot of sugar, so.
I don't know if I'd be able to quit Sprite.
Hey, bro.
Sprite's my new addiction.
Hey,
I'll find
Sprite
out.
zero sugar doesn't taste the same.
Yeah.
But
We appreciate your welcoming and being
Absolutely.
vulnerable with us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate that, so we can know what we pray
This is
for.
called
Yes,
a
yes,
divine
yes.
appointment. I welcome divine appointments.
Yes. Thank you.
we'll pray. Father God, thank you for this time. Thank you for each and one of us that are here. We give you thanks. We give you thanks for this appointment, this time. Thank you for their recovery. Thank you for everybody's recovery here. I'm glad. I'm hopeful for what's next because greater things are yet to come. Thank you for your salvation, for your sacrifice on the cross. And thank you for telling us in the Word of God that it says that we have I know it in Spanish. el dominio propio. Oh, self-control. And he helps us. And thank you for helping us have self-control. Thank you. I pray over each and one of us here that we all have self-control, Father, and that you guide us into what's next. And I ask for your blessing, especially in this time, especially in these moments that we can't find hope anywhere else but the Word of God. You are the hope that you gave us in that cross for salvation, for peace, for everything else, Father. Thank you, and I bless them in every which way, financial, mentally, that you continue guiding them in the path that they're taking, that path of freedom, because they're not enslaved to anything else. And each and one of us, we all need that. Thank you for this
Thank you,
time, and
Lord.
thank you for them. Thank you for their life. And I bless them again. In the name
Thank
of
you,
Jesus,
Lord.
amen.
Amen.
Thanks so much.
Hey,
Thank you.
you guys have a good one then. Enjoy
Thank you.
the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you.
Bless you.
Our
Thank
church
you.
is right
Bye,
here,
babies.
right on 22nd.
Thank you.
Where the Burger King is, right across the street from Golden Corral.
Okay.
We have services. We have a service tomorrow at 3
Oh,
o'clock.
she's gonna
It is
get
in
it? Okay.
Spanish, but we do translate as well. And then we do have
I'll take a
service
break.
on Thursdays as well. At
Thank you.
7:30. So just in case you guys ever it starts the light or anything, we're always right here to help
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the prayer.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
That happens a lot more now too.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Felt good.
Yeah, that happens a lot more now too.
Yeah.
I have a lot more divine appointments.
I need all the prayers I could get. Well, let me tell you.
Right? That's a win.
You know, that's cool. That's cool.
That is cool.
Back in the day, if I was using, I don't know if I would have been open to it. You know, I probably would have said, after the prayer, I probably would have said, "Hey, do you got a couple bucks I can borrow?" You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I probably would have hit him with that.
Hey
Some
man, you know, I could really use,
Yeah.
yeah,
Pay for my pockets, brother.
right? You know, I actually,
But-
there was a priest that actually paid for our habit one night just so he could take us home and know where we were so
Yeah.
he knew we were going to be okay.
Yeah.
He is with Water Walkers.
I never heard of that.
It's a mission filled of nothing but convicts and felons.
Okay.
They're
Wow.
amazing. They're amazing.
Wow.
And yeah, that's
So-
cool. Anyway,
That was cool. That felt good.
right?
Did you like the prayer?
She loves
You like
church.
cheese, huh? Cheese is good.
She likes Sprite too.
God, I love it. Yep. So,
Where were we?
God, such a
Oh.
good story. Yeah, we're
Oh.
talking about the hospital.
Oh yeah, the hospital. So
Yeah.
I was.
Yes, sir.
I want to get you guys' names. Both of you guys.
Yeah, my name is Daniel.
Daniel
Yes, sir.
I'm Maria.
and Maria.
Uh-huh.
And keep you guys in our prayers.
Absolutely,
Thank
brother.
you.
And, just
Thank
follow-
you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
My YouTube channel is called Righteous Monkey. If you ever want to see your video and your prayer, I'm on YouTube, Righteous Monkey. So you'll see it on
How do
there.
you spell righteous?
RIGHT
RIGHT.
EOUS.
EOUS.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna look you up.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man.
Thank
Hey,
you.
have a good one.
You as well, brother.
Bless your
Thank
journey.
you. All right, bye-bye. That's cool.
So yeah,
That's raw. That's life. That's beautiful.
yeah. So yeah, so we went to the hospital. They cut her out of me. I woke up out of a 4-day coma. It felt like I was gone for minutes, but I'd been gone for 4 days.
Okay.
And my body kept giving up, so they thought I was done.
Yeah.
And got out other plans. I woke up with a understanding that if I was able to sit there and give my life up for her right
And is your ex still in the picture? What's
no,
his
so he's already moved on to his new supply. He
Okay.
yeah, no.
Okay, so he's still in the mix doing his.
We have a trial for custody in January.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do
and
you mean his new supply? Like what do you
his new girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
His new girlfriend.
I
I was the one with the money before, and he used me up until I wasn't.
Okay.
Talking about him's probably not a good idea though, because
Yeah.
I got the trial
I
thing.
understand. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
I've known him for 20 years. It sucks.
Yeah, I got you. Now that the Acres is closed, as soon as he heard that, What were the first thoughts that came to your head? How do you feel?
Oh my God.
I've
it's
never stayed there.
over.
I've been there over 10 times, and it broke my heart, because everyone there was great. I like the community aspect.
We were our own community.
Yeah, and they welcomed me too.
We took,
know?
you know, everybody thinks that place was absolutely scary. It was the worst. And it could have been.
Yeah.
It could be. It's scared to see people struggling. It's scary to see people struggling and you can't help them. It's scary to see people who are going through mental illnesses undiagnosed. It is scary to know that these people are suffering extreme depression, extreme all sorts of things, and there's not much you can do about it. And yeah, we do take care of each other in there.
Yeah.
I was safe in there. I don't know how many times having that community around me saved me from domestic violence. I had somewhere to go if we weren't getting along. I had some people who cared enough about me to take care of me, knew that I was pregnant and I was struggling, and knew that I was terrified, and he had no idea what I was going through.
Yeah.
I had a friend out there, she had a baby in a tent out there.
Wow.
Mariah in Carol's tent. I don't know if you met Carol.
I don't think so.
She's one of the originals too. Her family, we stuck together a lot. I did notice her camp on quite a few of your videos.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed my people because recovery is lonely.
It is.
Recovery is lonely because you can't do this, you can't do that. When I heard that the Acre was closing down, I cried. My heart broke because it was kind of nice knowing I had options. If something were to happen and I were to lose myself, I knew I had somewhere safe to go. It was nice knowing that I still knew where to find my friends. And if I get my sober living up and going, I knew where I could go to pull them in and give them the chance that they deserve and they need. These are people. People first and foremost. These are people. These are people with families, people with kids, people with moms, people with
100%.
And so many, just wearing a backpack and being dirty into Fry's, you get chased out and dehumanized. I don't know how many times we bought $300 and some odd worth of stuff with food stamps, and we're still kicked out because we were homeless. I couldn't even get a job being homeless. People think, well, just go get a job, and then people don't give you a job if you don't have an address to put on that paper. The Chevron over, Fast Lane Chevron over off, I think, Irvington. I worked for them for a week, went through my entire training. It was gold. Then I realized they were so non-tolerant of homeless people. They took pride in chasing these people out and pepper spraying them. They took pride in it. So when I got that job, I was a week into being homeless. And I thought that job was going to pull us back off of the street before we got
on your feet.
Nope. As soon as they caught wind that I was living with a generator, and one of the girls recognized me from walking into the Acre, it was over. They had no paperwork of me working there. They didn't have any paperwork for my W-2. They didn't have nothing to prove my training. They said they had no idea where I got the shirt that they gave me for my uniform, that I could have gotten it from a Goodwill. They screwed me out. It was like I didn't even exist as soon as they found out I didn't have the home.
Damn.
It's not as easy as people think. It took us 3 years to get into city housing, and me having a baby. It's not as easy. There's so many barriers that keep people from being able to get the help that's being offered. They don't just load up homeless people in the vans and take them to apartments and say, here's your new place. That's not how it works. It's a system that takes time.
It's pretty amazing how you told me that they used to send people there to the Acres. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Like years ago, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
That was one of the first places. Even the police officers told us when we were moving out and we had been evicted. We had our camper in front of the house we were evicted from because we didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
And when the constable showed up to make sure we were gone, they were actually one of the first people that told us about the 100 Acres and that being a place that was free to camp for the homeless, and that it'd be a start for us. And then one of our friends that's from Tucson found the 100 Acres for us and took us there, and we're like, all right. And the only reason we were pulled into the community as quick as we were is because we approached the right person and asked if we could camp there. Because they do have like a mayor situation.
Okay.
And when the city first started coming through a few years ago to get everybody out after they had started sending us in, I called my dad and said, we're camped here because we don't have anywhere else to go. What do I do? And he goes, Maria, as long as it's kept clean and tidy, there's no paraphernalia, there's nothing ugly. He goes, they're not going to mess with you. So my ex and I pulled 147 bags of trash out in the first week.
Awesome.
And people, as soon as we cleaned it, they kept up with it for quite a while.
So
Then
some new people came in.
The new wave.
Yeah.
The new wave
I
came.
can see that.
A lot of younger people. The younger people in this addiction are a lot trashier.
Yeah.
The code doesn't really stick with the younger crowd.
Why do you think there's so many youngsters out there?
Because
That blows my mind. Every time I pass a bus stop or see a huddle of people, there's youngsters out there. 20s.
I'm from somewhere where parents protect your kids. Here they don't. Arizona's not a family state. You know, DCS will be the first people to get involved with your family if you move here.
Yeah.
And most of the addicts I knew started with their parents. You know, I don't know how many times I turned kids away from my camp because they showed up with their mom or their dad, or showed up for their mom and dad to get their for them. And these kids get, a lot of times people will be like, well, you can't hang out with me unless you're doing what I do, even to their own kids.
Yeah.
You know, I stood up for one of my friends. He's very, very young. I met him when he was overdosing at the 7 to 11 over there on Alvernon. I walked up to this kid who was on the ground. Something wasn't right. I Narcan'd him. And it was funny because I thought he was just being weird. I didn't realize he knew he was dying. But he's all, are you an angel? And like, you know, so I thought he was just being one of those creepy weirdos at first. I ended up really growing attached to this kid through the years. And his dad was a man and his mom was a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he used to meet me at one of the bus stops on my way to work after I got clean and had her, just so he could see me and so we could talk. They're still my friends. I still see my friends. They don't know where I live because I like my stuff where it's at.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
But I do meet up with them to talk to them, and I've taken a couple of them and sat with them through the sitting to go into rehab. You know, a lot of them see us doing well, and it inspires them because I was one of the deepest into it too.
Yeah.
You know, I was right there with them. If I could do it, they can do it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I was shooting powder. People are like, you can't shoot. The hell you can if you're a freaking.
Find a way.
Let me tell you what.
Experimentation. Yeah.
You figure this out, and I'm telling you, I've seen people do all sorts of stuff in desperation to catch a buzz.
Yeah.
So, but this one lady came around the kid, and she's all holding her purse like this, and is all under her breath talking bad about him and how bad he stinks, and because he needed a shower and stuff. It is what it is. They're without resources.
That's what the body does. Yeah.
And when in your hygiene goes with the blues, this is the worst addiction I've ever encountered. And hygiene goes right out the window with it. It really does, because nothing matters more than making sure you don't get sick.
Would
Nothing.
Do you think the blues is an attack on people?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it turned into something it wasn't
Whole
supposed to
different
be.
animal. Yeah.
They didn't realize exactly what they were releasing into the communities.
Yeah.
And what sucks is it all comes from here and spiderwebs out across the nation. So where I'm from is now 5 years behind, 10 years behind this place, and they're just now starting to get the blues. People are paying $60 to $80 a there, when people are paying 50 cents to $2 here.
Yeah.
You know, and
so I guess we could, I don't know, finish off with I don't want to keep you too long.
no, you're fine. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
But I really want to get my sober living going. There's programs in the luxury world if you can afford private rehab. Nobody can do that. But
check this out. The second rehab I was in, I was asking some of the workers there, is there a sober living or a rehab I could go to where I could take my dog?
Bingo.
They said no.
Bingo.
I was like, fuck.
So there are a couple now, but they don't
Yeah.
work with them like I do. So what I'm looking for, so it's just me, or I would have opened up a nonprofit and I would have been getting funding already. But because I don't have anybody who can fill the seats for a nonprofit, I had to start with an LLC, and it's taking quite a bit more effort to get it up and going. But what I'd like to do is get, nobody picks recovery over loyalty. You don't do
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't have if it wouldn't have been for my daughter. If what I'd like to do is get it to where you have a program where not all of the rehab is just CBT therapy all day, every day, because that's a big turnoff too. Part of the programming would be working with an actual dog trainer. You bring your canine one with you. They have survived through all your hardships. We shouldn't be directly throwing them into the shelters where over 400,000 of them get euthanized every year, and people going into recovery are directly affecting that
Yeah.
number. 3 million dogs every year go into
That's so
the
sad.
shelters. 400,000 at least get euthanized for overpopulation. Usually it's the adult senior
Daily.
dogs,
Yeah.
which are the ones that we're giving up to go to. So we're rewarding their loyalty
Yeah.
with euthanization and abandonment. If we could have it to where you can come in with your dog, part of the programming is working with your dog. You're actually enjoying part of it. You're not okay, we know drugs are bad. Okay, we know this happened. We know it takes 2 to 5 years for your brain to start waking up back into a normal pattern now. Like, we get this. We don't need it every day, all day. It's repetitive. If we could get it to where you come into my program and you bring your canine, or if you don't have a canine, we'd work with the local shelters. That way, part of your programming, you're learning routine, you're learning, you're getting career-based things. So we're focusing on after rehab too. Most people work on right here and now, and then when you leave those doors, you're not their problem anymore.
Yeah.
So if we could get it to where when you leave rehab, your dog is a certified legitimate service dog, the streets will be safer. Landlords can't discriminate against them. So you're keeping the barrier of housing after rehab out of the problem. You know, there's so many different reasons I want to do this program. I hate fraudulent service dogs.
Yeah.
That really ticks me off. So, but there's really it's such a gray area. It's a high value market with no real leadership. I'd like to take lead in that and show people that, people in recovery, their animals are needed. They have felt abandoned. They have felt lost. They have gone through the dark. This is an unconditional love. This is a prescribed love that can be with them through the recovery. We're rewarding the recovery. We're rewarding them for being loyal. We're keeping a family together, because most people won't give their dog up, but they'll give their aunt or uncle up.
Yeah.
You know?
I think like 2 or 3 months ago, I was talking with this guy. We didn't do an interview or anything like that, but he had a dog with him. He's like, I would get help today if I could take my dog.
Exactly.
I was like, I felt so powerless.
The one
know?
barrier that I come across every time I ask one of my friends if I can call the rehab center to come pick them up is, we don't have fosters and I'm not giving my dog up.
Yeah.
But I had to leave my dog in the desert to get help. And when I got him back, and I was lucky enough to get him back, he looked like one of those Save Our Animals, had been chained up with no food or water. It looked like he hadn't ate since I left.
Yeah. Damn.
It was and you know, honestly, being in the rehab, I would have felt better with him with me. He is my service dog.
Yeah.
He went through programming and training to have that. He's legitimate. I paid a lot of money for that. I would have felt better with him there with me. Going through rehab is one of the scariest things you can do. You're literally signing your life over for 30 days or more. It's one of the, who wants to sign the rights away? Nobody. It's one of the scariest things, and didn't have to do it alone. Something's got to change.
How long were you in treatment?
I did my 30 days with the ARC, and then I did 2 different IOPs for 140 days each.
Okay. Sweet.
So.
Did you like the program, the ARC?
Yeah, I loved it. I did. It was like a boarding school, not so
Okay.
much a facility.
Is it still up right now, or did it close?
Kind of.
I heard something.
It's not as open as it was.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have as many rooms now. They got in some trouble,
Okay.
but there was a lot going on.
Sure. I get it. I get it.
I know that there's one online that I really like to refer people to because it pays you for your sobriety. It's called the Effect Program, Reward Your Recovery.
Wow.
Yeah, and it wasn't much. I made $600 off of them. and it was only a little bit by little bit, but they don't look down on you. Like you're not going to get in trouble if you don't pass your UA.
Yeah.
You have your classes on the phone. You don't have to meet anywhere. You don't have, everything's remote. They even have a doctor who will prescribe you your meds and everything on the phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool incentive.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And if you're not buying dope, that money actually helps.
That's
like
cool.
that's how I kept her diapers and stuff going for a while. Cause
yeah, straight up. Is there like that dog program that you're thinking on starting? Is there anything else out there like that, like in the world?
Not really,
Nothing?
no.
So what
There's
exactly do you need? Like maybe we could. What would get this going for you? Like if you had everything you needed today, is that something you could do today, or do you want to wait till you're out of the housing and in your own spot?
I'd love to do it today if I
Yeah.
could. If we could set up a house where we could start pulling people in, we'd need kennels in a room. We'd need to go through and figure out
shit, yeah.
insurance. We'd need, I mean, there's a lot that it needs done. What I'd like to do is find like an old hotel
Mhm.
that has the inner room court. That way nobody's going outside, and we have a way to work with the dogs on the inside. Maybe the ballroom could be turned into a training room or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then we have like, we can put 2 to 3 people with a dog and their kennels in the room. We will kennel train the dogs. That way, you know, everybody's learning safety, everybody's learning routine, everybody's learning okay, not okay with your
Yeah.
animal. You know, don't leave this dog here if you're going to be here for 3 hours. Like,
Straight up.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's gotta, it's gotta be, I gotta pull the rest of the program together.
Yeah.
I need funding. I really need funding, and I really need a little bit of help figuring out where to go with it.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, this would intersect on a, okay, so pet industry is a $200 billion marketplace on its own. Service dog industry is a $5 billion marketplace on its own. Sober living is a multi-million-dollar marketing place on its own. Any way we look at this, if we were to set one up, we could open up more off of the one.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just open up one program. I want this to go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help as many people and dogs as possible.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, healing
That's so
canines
cool.
together. I'll send you my pitch and everything that I have.
Yeah.
You can take a look at it if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe you know people or might have some ideas.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Try to figure something. That's the one barrier. If we could find,
Yeah.
if we could pull a sober living with canines, and we could get a lot of these people off the street and get them help.
What do you think the main reason why there's nothing like that? Liability? Maybe?
Everybody thinks liability. Everybody thinks that the insurance won't cover it, and that's baloney, because I've found programs where you can take your pet in with
Okay.
you, but they don't work with them like I'm offering. I'm offering a program that will get you ready after
Okay.
rehab too.
Mhm.
We're not just getting you clean, we're recovering your life.
Yeah.
Let's recover your life. Let's save you and your canine. Let's.
If we had, I guess, like a wealthy viewer, or someone that knows they could help you, is there any way they could, how could they get in contact with you? I guess get you
I
all
don't
the
know.
help
How
you
could I
need.
put my information?
Or I could put your, if you want, you could, if you want, you could just say something simple as your email here, or I could just.
So
you
I
could
do
just
have
text
a
it to me and I
Facebook
could-
that I just started up for it.
Mhm.
It's Companions for Life, like companions and then FUR instead of 4.
Mhm.
Companions for Life, and
Okay.
then Forever Starts Today is what
Sure. Okay. So I can
So-
put that in the description as well.
they can reach
And
out to me that way.
Any
Yeah.
contact info, email, or whatever.
Yeah.
If any of the people that were at the Acres see this video, they see you doing well, what would you tell them? Any advice? We just finish off with that. Like, what advice
Guys,
do you have?
I'm doing good. I wanted a better life, and I had to start making better decisions to do it. But there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss you guys, and I don't pray for you, and I don't hope that you get the opportunity to choose life too, because it doesn't have to be the way we thought it was. It doesn't have to be the end. I love you guys. I haven't forgotten about you. The fact that I haven't gone back is because I'm doing good, and I know you guys would question me if I was back there, but I miss you.
I like the fact too of the streets, how, like, say for example, if I relapsed and went back out, some people would question me like, no, I'm not smoking with you.
You
Go back to your
know,
life.
I had
Some people would set a boundary with you.
everybody
that have
is
your back.
extremely protective of
Yeah.
my sobriety.
They would be disappointed if they saw you.
I
you know?
had a one spat where I was having issues with my insurance, and I was considering trying to get a hold of something off of the street, and when I called the person that used to help me a lot, he talked to me about how proud he was of me and how he didn't want to see me walk through the Acres gates again, because he knew that you only go there for one thing.
He didn't want himself to be the reason that you're running off again.
If you get off of it, everybody knows it's so hard. If you get off of it and people see it and they recognize it, they will fight for your sobriety for you, because they don't want you having to deal with their everyday cycle that they're still stuck in. I wouldn't wish my fentanyl addiction on my worst enemy.
Straight up. Straight up.
Nobody deserves to live like that.
Straight up. It just consumes everything about you.
There's
The old
nothing
you,
left.
like, just, yeah, it's just hard to explain, but it just
You turn
destroys
into an
you.
empty shell of the person that you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that makes sense is anything that makes sure that you're not going to get sick.
Yeah, straight up. Now you got your baby girl with
Yeah.
her Sprite or something like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool.
So,
Well, thank you for reaching out. We could always do updates or
yeah.
anything.
Right?
I love doing updates, part 2s, random videos,
Awesome.
anything, random shit.
Yeah. Come up with
Is there
more.
anything else you wanted to say?
No.
Any-
These are people. The key to this is
Straight up.
kindness. Hard love is not the answer for this. The rock bottom now is way lower than rock bottom used to be. We can't afford to be cruel.
I feel the same way you do when you saw them comments. It's just like they just don't get it.
They
And if you were to
don't.
fire back in the comments on your keyboard,
Oh, I did.
yeah, they still wouldn't understand.
They still don't
You know,
get
they have
it.
their minds made up.
Yeah.
So it's just like, whatever. If they're in front of me, I'll talk to them about it. But there's no way I could change their mind over the keyboard.
So,
you know?
I mean, if this means
Maybe I
anything
can.
to you, I scored a 117 on my ASVABs when I was 15 in less than 45 minutes. I wrote my mom's dissertation for her doctorate in higher education when I was 14. I had a 4.3 GPA.
Wow.
Yeah, like
I had a 3.4.
you
if
know,
that.
I did really, like, I didn't come from nothing. I didn't come from addiction. I came from a family where everybody holds some sort of badge. My mom has a doctorate in higher education. My dad's ECA certified and is an archaeologist and has done all. They both work for Homeland Security.
Wow.
Yeah, they both helped with the gun laws and all of that stuff. I'm the only one in my family that didn't enlist, and I was the only one who was invited to finish my high school career at the Air Force Academy.
Damn.
Life got me down. It can happen to anybody.
Absolutely.
I didn't come from nothing, and I still ended up at the Acre. You never know.
Yeah. So we'll just hope for the best for the people out there. We'll see what the conspiracy side of me. We just finish off with this is they probably won't solve addiction, homelessness, because there's so much to profit off of. Whoever's in the higher, they're profiting so much off it.
They're not getting us off the streets to be nice.
Cancer as well.
They're hiding their problems in really yucky, messed up apartments. My apartment's nice, I'm not going to tell you, but we looked at a couple that I almost ended up in that there's no way I'd have a child in them ever. Back alley apartments and everything.
Yeah.
Because you figure these people are homeless, they'll be grateful for whatever. But most of them aren't doing it to be nice.
Yeah.
They just
They're
don't
making a
want to
lot of
see
money off
us.
it. Yeah.
They don't want to see the struggle. They don't want to see there's a problem.
Awesome. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good video. We'll do another update down the road.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.